Hey everybody, I have a very special edition of Thoughts on Thursday coming to you not from an alien planet as it appears, but coming to you from Iceland. I am on my way to Faroe Island. It is an island off the coast-ish of Iceland. At least I'm going through Iceland to get there, but it belongs to Denmark. And I have heard that it has more farm animals than it does people. So I'm sure I will feel right at home because that's just like Montana. I'm going there for a night of worship and I'm really excited. I've never been there before. It's always fun to go new places and worship Jesus with new people. And also, in case you saw on the news that a volcano erupted here in Iceland, yes, it did. Obviously, I am safe. We are close to it. We actually saw the smoke and maybe steam. I don't know, but yeah, smoke. And we said, oh gosh, wow, that's crazy. I wonder if a volcano erupted, kind of as a joke, but then found out indeed it had. So we're just having really interesting, exciting adventures right now. But anyways, thoughts on Thursday. Okay, so for today, I just wanted to go back to some of my earliest conversations talking about some of the problematic things with having worship in the industry. And I had brought up kind of my own kind of experiences and kind of personal kind of things with it and why I'm so passionate about this. I've even mentioned the frustration of, you know, over 20 years invested into something and I don't own any of my music. I don't have anything at the end of all of that to show for it, you know, I guess if that makes sense. And I've talked extensively about what I believe about when God has given something to you that you should be the steward of that. And I don't think that organizations should be profiting off of our gifts in such a way where it leaves us in that position. And so we've just talked about, gosh, there's got to be a better way. And I really appreciated, especially in those first few videos, so many of you had, different ideas and thoughts about it. And also some of you were in agreement. Yes, there has to be a better way. And I'm sorry, there's cars coming, might hear a little car noise here behind me on this country road. I'm out in the sticks here of Iceland. Although a lot of this country is kind of the sticks, I will say, in a wonderful way, because that's where I live and it's just like second home here. Okay, but anyways, so I just wanted to share with you guys and kind of, I guess, go public with something that Skylar and I have been working on for the past, year and a half. I would say it started before that, but really digging in and developing this in the last year and a half. And we started our own nonprofit organization called Come to the Table. And if you have downloaded my new music, if you have pre-saved or pre-added or what all the pre's are, all those things, you will see down at the bottom, it says the copyright and it says Come to the Table Music. And that is our new nonprofit organization that we started with the whole purpose and the heart of we want to fund the projects of worship leaders. We want to be able to get behind worship leaders, much like myself, who have songs that they want to get out there, things in their heart and things that they feel like the Lord has given them to share, but do not necessarily have the finances to do so. And also, we would like to help them so that they're not stuck in a position where their music is being owned by any other organization, or they're not being owned, or they're just in debt, honestly, for having to pay back or a place to, recoup or whatever it is. We want to fund projects just as a gift. We don't want to own any of the music and we don't want to recoup. We just want to gift that to the worship leader and just make that happen. And some of you even said, well, why don't you just make the music to where it's just free, like all the old hymns are. What's that called? free domain, open domain, whatever the word is, public domain. That's the word. I knew it'd come to me. Got a little jet lag. But anyways, public domain. And I understand that thought. We even had that thought. Do we just make the music public domain and worship it's out there. It's free. And that's great, except that it doesn't really change the circumstances, because then someone else could come along and say, that is a really good song. And they could go and record it. They own their version, their recording of it, and they could still make a lot of money off of that. It could still be essentially someone making money off of you. And so even though that's like a really great idea and concept, it's not necessarily the right answer in this situation. So anyways, we just kind of thought, well, if we can just help fund the projects and the songs in people's hearts and things like that, maybe at least we could kind of change things a little bit where worship leaders aren't feeling the pressure to have to get into those situations. So there's a lot of thoughts and details about this, and I'm going to be sharing more about it as we kind of dive into it a little bit more. But for now, this is what I want to say. And my album is kind of our test run with all of this. Testing, can this be done in a unique way, in a way that is our own, and where we're not having to give it away or let it be owned by someone else or whatever it is. And I have just been absolutely amazed and so excited and encouraged by the ways that God has just partnered with us in this and making it happen. The way that God has provided, the finances, the way that God has connected us with incredible groups and teams and organizations that are like-minded and like-hearted. I'm just happy to report that we have found a way to make it happen and to do it. And it's happening and it's working and it's incredible. And so I'm really excited about what's ahead. This is a small piece of what we are doing in looking to kind of bring some transformation in the into worship and hopefully trying to, change some things about it being in the industry. And I will also add that a big part of this is what's in our hearts as far as like being there to like help coach and mentor and to speak into people's lives. I mean, honestly, some of the more painful things that I've walked through and the harder things, I don't want those coming behind me to go through those things. And I've just learned a lot. I think, like I've said before, if I could go back in time, I would make some different decisions and maybe manage things a little bit different. I would operate a little bit different. And I would think different. And I can't go back in time, but I can help people in moving forward. And I can help people who are coming up behind me. And I can speak wisdom into that and help with that. And that's exactly what I want to do. So there's a lot of other pieces and parts to this. But for now, I'm going to put that out there and just announce that. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm also really excited that the rest of my album, Trample, is coming out in 1 week. 1 week. June 7th. It will be out, the full album. I cannot wait. This is, we've worked really hard at this, and we are so excited. I can't wait for you to hear the other songs, and I hope it continues to be an incredible blessing.